Hello friends! Welcome to Fortnight Frights, week number 2, the spooky, macabre horror readathon. Welcome to my midlife crisis. I'm wearing an overall dress. I'm a giant toddler. I feel like last week was a little low energy, so I'm gonna try to keep it peppy to update you on what happened at the end of the last vlog. I ended up going live for 5 hours last night. I just needed some company and it was a good time. I did a couple reading sprints, not as many as I should have, and I got a little more into these violent delights. I didn't intend to actually read this for Fortnight Frights. This is something that I've been reading in amongst other secret TBRs and videos and stuff. So I had no plans to actually like discuss this with you, to be honest. But I got to like 150 pages. I don't know if I'm going to continue it today. I might just put it on the back burner until November. But I am taking a picture today of some dark academia recommendations in my overall dress. I'm sure you've already seen it on my Instagram. So that's what's going on right now. And I printed out the Fortnight Frights bingo so I could check some things off as I go. I don't actually care if I hit a bingo, if I hit any of these prompts. I'm just reading what I feel like. But I feel like there might be something on here. So at this point in the readathon, I've read 3 books. What were they? Watch Over Me, The Murders from Ellie Southbourne, and Mexican Gothic. So one of these is a Gothic novel by a POC. So did that. A short story right above it, did that. Oh, I'm thinking about like if I'm trying to try to hit a bingo, it's this one obviously. And the next one is written by an LGBTQ plus author, which I think Nina LaCour would count. I was just thinking because the book wasn't like overtly queer. Oh, and Untitled is written by a Black/African author, Tate Thompson. Wait, did I already hit a bingo? Oh my god, I didn't even realize. That's so exciting. Let's talk about my reading plans for this upcoming week. So like last week, I had 3 books that I hoped to read, and then anything more than that was just like extra and a nice bonus. I'm sticking to 3 this week as well. Firstly, I'm reading One by One. I think I'm gonna start with this. It's by Ruth Ware. It's the Literally Dead book club pick for October, and I just want to vlog the experience. It's gotten completely mixed reviews. It's about a bunch of coworkers snowed in and murder. And then I've got Lakewood by Megan Giddings, which is like a medical horror, maybe a little sci-fi. I'm still not totally sure the vibe, which is exciting. This woman offers her body up for like experimentation, which is horrifying enough. And then I think it gets even darker. And then I have the graphic novel for Frankenstein. I think that I've read Frankenstein. I'm pretty sure I read it in high school, but I don't have a lot of memories of it, and I don't really want to reread it. But I thought the graphic novel would be fun. I found it at the thrift store. It looks interesting, and I wonder what I can cross off on my bingo. Because there's one bingo that's like, it has to be written before 1960, which like, it kind of was, but the actual graphic novel wasn't. And there's one that's like a horror comic, which I think you could, this fits. So those are my plans for the week. I would like to read Rebecca, but I don't know if I'm gonna have time or the desire to listen to it. And then on the last day of the month, I am gonna start The Only Good Indians because I wanna read it for this, but I wanna read it for November, Indigenathon, and my Literally Dead book club pick. But there's also, I think, an interview. I don't really remember. I think Seiji is doing like a conversation about this book or with the author or something. Those are my plans. I can't wait to start in on this. I don't know what, if anything, this hits on the bingo sheet because this isn't horror. It's not macabre, it's just a thriller, but I'll let you know how it goes. Okay, I just posted my dark academia recommendation picture and people are saying they like my dress, which is a huge compliment. And I didn't show it earlier, and I feel like if I don't show it in the vlog, someone will yell at me. So I got it from Shein. It doesn't fit me great. I could have sized up. One would say this may not be flattering, but I actually removed the word flattering from my vocabulary recently. I really do not care about the idea of trying to create a different, more appealing body shape than what you have. Whatever body type you've got, like fucking work with it. You don't have to try to create a different shape. I'm just sad it doesn't have pockets, but I think I'll survive. Hello. it's much later. I haven't started reading yet, but Robbie brought me home a new heating pad. That's all I have to share with you. Also Reese peanut butter cups, because these are the only two things that make me happy. I'm just now starting one by one, and it kicks off with like a whole bunch of characters, so I get to do my favorite thing, which is draw a character map. I'm so cool. Okay, I got through surprisingly little of this book today. I think I was a little too distracted creating a character map. I don't know, it's just fun for no reason. I want to make sure I keep track of all of these characters. They're all very interesting, and we do know like how many people die at the end of this. So it's similar to like the guest list and Big Little Lies, where at the beginning of the book you know there's a death and you get some details, but then you spend the entire book like figuring it out. The company is super interesting that they all work for. It's called Snoop, and it's like a music social media, and it like links to your Spotify, and so like you can see what other people are listening to, but you can also listen with them. So like celebrities will create profiles, and you can like listen to what Lady Gaga's currently listening to and like feel closer to people. And there's some conflict within the company, obviously. I'm loving it so far. I love the writing. I love the character descriptions. I find it interesting that we only have a couple POVs, because I would have expected, I guess it's pretty standard, like either you get all POVs or you only get like 2. So maybe it does make sense, but I wonder if we're gonna get more moving forward. It doesn't look like it. I wish I had slotted out more time to read today, because I need to get a good night's sleep, and I just realized I don't have any of my warm clothes out, and there's still snow on the ground. So I need to go look for all my coats and all my, I don't think I even have winter boots, but I have some fall boots that I haven't pulled out yet. So I need to go dig through my closet. It's already like 10 o'clock, but I'll see you in the morning. Hello, my friends. It's Monday. It's also like 3 p.m. I brought my book to work. I didn't end up reading, because when does that ever work? But I just had to stop by Value Village. So it snowed. I talked about in my last week's vlog, we got snow out of nowhere, and so every single store was immediately sold out of snow boots, and Liam does not have snow boots because his feet are the same size as mine now, and for some reason he doesn't want to share snow boots. I don't know what that's about. So I ordered some online, but they're not going to be here for a while, and he needs snow boots. So I just swung by Value Village, and there was one pair, and I don't even know if they're gonna fit him. But while I was there, I was like, I'm gonna browse the book section. I've been trying my best not to go anywhere that isn't essential, but I was like, while I'm here, I might as well look at the books, and look what I found. The Glass Hotel by Emily St. John Mandel. So exciting. I don't know when I'm gonna get to it, but I found it and I was excited. I also found The Rules for Magic by Alice Hoffman, which has been recommended to me a lot lately, and I still don't even really know what it is or when I'll get to it, but I just grabbed it because you've all been telling me to read it. Okay, quick update. I made a delicious charcuterie board for dinner, and I hung out on Ashley Bookish Realms live. I've been really finding live sprints a lot more of a common occurrence on BookTube lately. I really appreciate it. So it got me through a lot of pages of one by one. I'm really liking it so far. I have no issues. Obviously, I'm looking to be surprised and entertained. So if it is like predictable and not the most shocking, like that'll suck. But I am still enjoying everything that's going on. But I'm done vlogging for the day. I'm tired. And I'm gonna read a little bit and fall asleep and talk to you tomorrow. Hello. Oh, it's a coat. I was like, what? I've been bad at updating. But I started the audiobook of Lakewood. So now I'm currently reading One by One and Lakewood, so that's fun for me. I'm also still reading from last week my update on These Violent Delights. I haven't really read much more, but technically I'm reading 3 books at once, and I really like One by One so far. I'm at the halfway point. I think we all need to think more about the word predictable. I need to think more about how I use predictable, because the thing is, like, there's no way to have predicted everything that happened in the book so far. So the fact that it's an insular mystery and there's only like 8 people the potential killer could be to begin with, like, in that sense there has to be some predictability. But even if you guess that like one final reveal, like the whole book for me is interesting. Happy Halloween. We're wearing our Halloween costumes to work. I cannot show you what's going on down here, but once I have the whole thing on, I'll show you me and Rob, and then I'll talk to you a little bit about life. Okay, so my hair is so messed up. I'll show you a picture of Rob in my Halloween costume here. Mustard and ketchup, you know, good times. So to update you on our lives, it's been a wild week. I know I haven't vlogged much. I'm gonna try to get a little more footage this weekend. I don't really know, but I'm also really excited to go home alone today, because normally the only like alone time I get is my half-hour commute to work, half-hour commute home, and then I have 45 minutes at home alone every weekday before everybody else starts getting home. And I need that alone time. Sometimes I just lie there and stare at the ceiling. Sometimes I need it to just like decompress. Sometimes I need it to listen to an audiobook or film a video real quick. I have not had that time the last week because Rob got laid off. He traditionally gets laid off around this time, so it's not like uncommon, and he'll just come and like work in our warehouse for a couple weeks. This time's a little weird because he should be going back to school in January, so it like finding another like new construction job but only being available for like 6 weeks is a little weird. So everything's kind of up in the air right now. So we drive to work together now. He's in the warehouse for a couple weeks and I have no alone time. And obviously it's not that big of a deal. Like his situation is obviously more important and like an issue than mine. Like, oh no, I don't have time to like vlog every day. But yeah, we're lucky it all worked out and we got to dress up for Halloween together at work, which is pretty cool. But that might explain why everything's been a bit of a mess. I haven't been reading as much. My stress has just been a little bit higher. Obviously, there's a lot of things to consider when you get laid off, which I know that like Rob is so fortunate that with COVID and everything that this didn't happen sooner. His job site was really weird in like a lot of other ones shut down, but his was pretty intense with their like COVID restrictions and safety measures, and a lot of other job sites ended up sending their people to his job site. So their business was like thriving the last couple months, which is definitely a strange and fortunate position to be in. But it's a cycle that we're kind of used to. Like he usually ends up getting laid off for a couple weeks because of like the ground is too frozen or like whatever's going on. But there was a costume contest today and a candy jar guessing contest. And guess who guessed the right amount of candy? Not me, Rob. I don't remember how many are here, like 250 or something. So now I just get to take this jar home. Anyway, I did finish One by One. I'm almost finished Liquid. I know I haven't updated you on anything. So once I get home, now that I have an evening to myself, how did that happen? I really need it. I'll let you know everything when I get home, if I don't fall asleep. I'm pretty tired. It is very funny to me that I finished this book 24 hours ago and just like haven't talked to you about it. Let me finally tell you the results of One by One. I don't want to talk too much about this though at the same time because this is the Literally Dead Book Club pick, and Joel, Elias, and Noelle and I are gonna be talking about it soon. I don't know when, I don't know the live show date, I don't know anything going on in my life. I'll announce it on Instagram as soon as I can. Or if I know it by now, I'll put it right here. So I'm gonna hold off in a lot of ways. But I'll tell you my rating, which is better than you might assume it to be. It's a 4, and I have a lot of reasons and a lot of justifications I'm probably going to be making in the live. But I do think that this book is getting a little bit of an unfair bad rap. And here's the thing, normally I would say something like, this is a book for people new to mystery thrillers, or the people who don't like it are probably people who have heard like every mystery story, so like nothing is surprising anymore. But then Joel, like this is literally his first mystery book and he only gave it 3 stars. So what I'll say is that this is a really classic mystery. And just because we have had classic mystery stories in the past doesn't mean we don't still need them. So while some people might read this and think that it's kind of like unimpressive and standard and typical. If, like perhaps me, you have read a ton of thrillers this year that are over the top and twisty and have 10 plot twists at the end and are so convoluted, like you're impressed, but you also just want a simple mystery. Like, this works. I really don't think this deserves as much negativity as it's been getting, because I don't think this book does anything wrong. I think the writing is solid. I think the characters are solid. I think the scenario is good. Like, everything is well done. It's just not necessarily, and this is me completely contradicting myself, because I always say I need to be entertained, I need to be surprised. Like, no, this wasn't the most surprising thing. Maybe it wasn't entertaining, but it wasn't dull. I think some of the choices she made were very interesting and not what you typically see in a lot of thrillers that I've read that are currently coming out. Like the characters that she chooses for us to follow and the activities that we're following. By them being so basic, it makes it a little outside the box. Now, with that said, like, obviously this is not one of my favorite Ruth Wares. It's not one that I'm going to be screaming from the rooftops recommending to everybody, but I liked it a lot. Like, the characters were super distinct. I have favorite people. A lot of times when I finish a book with such a large cast of characters, I immediately start to forget them or mix them up, or say, like, it doesn't matter, like, who was who, because, like, the story still ended the way the story ended and nothing really mattered that much. But all of these characters are so memorable to me. Though this is giving me a little bit of an existential crisis. We'll call it a Ruth Ware crisis, because I wonder if I went back and read her earlier work that didn't impress me, if I read them now, knowing what I know and reading like I read now, would they be better? Am I changing as a reader? I don't know. I do know, and you know, that it took me like 5 days to read this, but it's not because it was dull. It's because I'm mentally unstable. But we're gonna complete the vlog. I'm having a nice chill night. I don't have any aesthetic footage to share with you. I really do not have the energy. The aesthetics would be like me eating a slice of pizza and then turning my heating pad on and then scrolling through TikTok for a bit. Oh my god, she's so relatable. Okay, I'm gonna go finish Lakewood. I don't have that much more to read, but knowing me, I'll probably forget to update you, and I won't update you till the morning anyway. Halloween, happy last day of Fortnight Frights. I was trying to think of a way to post my costume on Instagram, and I really can't think of any way that it could look cute. But I still want to post something costumey. My favorite costume at work yesterday, well, there was two. My number one favorite was the Hamburglar, because iconic. And then one of them, she was the ghost of Marilyn Monroe, which I just think looked great. And I love the trend of just like ghost with sunglasses out in public. Now I won't be going out in public, but I think I'm just gonna throw a sheet over myself and put on my glasses and like hold the book I'm reading today. Oh no. I actually got a new pair of glasses. I wonder if these will look better. I can't see myself. It's gonna be something like this. Oh, but with my hand. Oh. I was just talking about in a recent vlog how I had to go to the eye doctor and get a new prescription. I didn't end up getting new glasses, but then like a week later, one of my coworkers got sent the wrong glasses from her glasses place, and they told her to just keep them. And they're actually really cute. So these are my, oh gosh, this is messing up my two prescriptions. These are my regular glasses. I've had them for like, oh my god. I think I got these when Liam got glasses. And these are the ones that she got that were wrong. And I actually, like, I could try on 100 pairs and hate all of them. But these I actually think are kind of good. So I'm gonna get my prescription put into these because, yeah, they're cute. I still don't know my rating for Lakewood. Probably a 4, but I need to think about it more and like be able to discuss it with you. I really haven't. I need time to ponder that book. And today I'm gonna read Frankenstein, the graphic novel. I was also going to start The Only Good Indians today so I could participate in the live, but the live isn't going to be happening. Seiji is going through a lot right now, and I know that this readathon isn't everything that she wanted it to be. So I don't know, head over to her channel and watch her latest video and send her some love. Sorry, I got distracted. Let me actually finally walk you through Lakewood. So this is a story about a girl named Lena, and she is having trouble like making ends meet. She recently lost her grandmother and her mother needs a lot of care. And in order to relieve the like financial burden of her family, she puts herself into this memory experiment, and what she has to do is move to this place called Lakewood and attend all of these experiments. And like as the book goes on, it gets darker and she learns the truth about these studies and like what they're actually doing. What's super interesting about this is I feel like normally, at least the types of books that I read that are similar to this, the idea of experimentation is in a really closed environment. Like they have to live in the facility, like they are test subjects, like in a cage. This one, it was more like open, which actually made it even more horrifying, because it was like, is it as scary as it seems? Because like they let Lena, you know, live off campus. She gets to have her own little world. She gets to interact with people outside of observation. She still gets to interact with her family, and I really enjoyed that about it because it just made me question so many things. And when she is like deep into like living this fake life, it's strange. It's like she goes into this research and she has to kind of pretend to be this person. She has like different things that she learns about this fake job that she has and her fake interactions with her coworkers. And then she gets asked all of these really weird questions and all this weird stuff starts to happen. And she has to decide, does she want to continue working and doing this, making good money? But like, what is she really in for? This actually reminded me of the tone of Mexican Gothic, which I read for last week's Fortnight Frights vlog, because what a lot of horror does is it takes a main character and it puts them in an unfamiliar environment and just throws a whole bunch of stuff at them. And also there's some weird things going on in the place that they've just been put. And I don't want to get into any spoilers. It's not like they're the same story at all, but they have a similar trajectory and overall atmosphere. And the whole point is like a commentary on the history of white people and the violence, unflinching look at the horror that's been forced on black bodies in the name of science. There's a lot of people headed into the neighborhood for trick-or-treating. We're a pretty trick-or-treating hotspot, and I'm just gonna hang out at home and eat candy that I bought for myself and finish Frankenstein. Ooh, this lighting's not great for me. Do you want to be in my vlog? Hi guys, it's me, Kayla. Ow. Do you have that book with you? I put a book in the back seat.
It's not Frankenstein.
Can I have it?
It's not Frankenstein.
Can I have it? Can I have it? Liam's reading Frankenstein right now.
Chapter 1.
I was considering giving it to him and having him read it, but I didn't actually realize that it's like the book. That's just me and like my wrong assumption about graphic novels. I guess that I kind of assumed they're an easier to digest version of the book, but that's not the case. It literally is the book, the words from the book, all the big words that Liam I don't think would quite grasp.
Chapter 3.
Oh, you're reading so fast. Can I show them the cover? Thank you. Thank you very much. Okay, so I'm giving it 4 stars. I really, really enjoyed it. And it's so funny that I thought I had to read Frankenstein before reading this, when this literally is Frankenstein. It's just illustrated and slightly abridged. I love the whole concept of Frankenstein. Liam, do you know anything about Frankenstein? I actually, oh my gosh, I found a picture of me and my brother trick-or-treating, and he's dressed up as Frankenstein's monster, and I was an angel. And if I you know, to my own horn, I was precious.
I know something about Frankenstein.
Okay.
Chapter 6.
Thanks, Liam. I just love the idea of like this monster who's actually just wants to fit in, and the actual monster is the man who created the monster, and how his life just descends into destruction throughout the story. Robbie's here with coffee.
Chapter 8.
Do you want a dirty
Ew.
or spiced?
Ooh.
Chapter
Dirty.
9.
Liam's reading Frankenstein.
Very good.
Thanks, babe. So technically Fortnite Frights is over, but I'm still here. I guess I don't really have anything to say. I was gonna add like a montage of us going to the park or something and drinking our tea. But that's it. It's over. The book was 4 stars. This week, I read One by One in Lakewood and gave it 4 stars. Frankenstein gave it 4 stars. I should have read way more. It was a strange week. I had a good time. I hope you enjoyed the vlog. And do you have any final thoughts?
Yeah,
me too.
Such a good book. I already finished it.
I got no thoughts.
Okay, bye.
Taste that, it's really good.
Okay.